Hello, welcome back to another video review. In today's video, we're checking out the Nike Free Run Trail. Yeah, I know. Those shoes are not bad, really. I love how they smell. I'm surprised that they smell so good for a Nike shoe. There is a few pointers about this shoe. I mean, the eco material being used in here, the way they look. This is probably one of my most favorite shoes I have had from Nike in a long time. So what do I really like about this? First of all, they bend pretty easily. They're super lightweight. This is something you don't actually usually get with Nike. But maybe you do. But the thing is, what you don't usually get is well-made shoe, and yet it feels great in your hand and lightweight, all in one thing, all combined. This is something you just unheard of with a Nike shoe. Usually the shoe looks cheap, feels cheap, and it is cheap if it is with man-made materials. Not the chance over here. The upper actually feels like a suede kind of a material over here, which is upside down leather, which is suede actually is. Although I'm not 100% sure this is suede. It either is some kind of a cheap suede or this is man-made material. It's hard to tell. Really hard to tell with this specific shoe. And the box doesn't do us any favor. But it has to do us one favor. It says it's made in Vietnam, and the going price MSRP is $110. The great thing about the shoe is, this is just cute. You got the skeleton on here. I don't know what to say. I mean, the attention to detail here is interesting. Now inside you can see the stitching going around all throughout this whole entire thing. It's like stitching over there. So the shoe was stitched all together. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, some of them are stitched, other shoes are glued together. So the bottom of this has been stitched together. Over here, definitely was glued together right there, but you can't really tell in this shoe. This is definitely a high quality, low quality shoe with Nike. What I mean by this, it's just the materials being used are kind of cheap, low quality. Yet the way everything goes in here is pretty decent. One thing I actually dislike about this is the kind of material on the top over here. It's already giving away, it's already look like used, and I just got this shoe. It feels great. It looks great. There's a sock-like material going throughout this thing. The ventilation is good too. The bottoms give you a lot of traction. There's nothing really to dislike about this shoe altogether. It is definitely a very good shoe. Normally I dislike Nikes. I mean, I have had them and I tried them on, and usually it's like no, just no. There's always something going wrong with a Nike shoe. The biggest issue I usually have with Nike is the bottoms actually. They're just so slick. And although everything else, it gets everything else right, the bottoms is usually the deal breaker because they just slip. With this one, it looks like they did a good job with the bottoms. It's not a slicky surface. It's not gonna get you falling down the entire staircase when you're walking. So this is something that's done right with those shoes. Also done right is the style. So let's go ahead and zoom this together so you can see this up close and personal and make your own decision should you get those shoes. So up close and personal, wow. You can see how and why I'm so impressed with those shoes. Just the way they actually work the upper is just amazing looking. The vent holes all over the actual shoe. Over here, very nice looking material. Just feels great. Everything is done just about right, and the Nike logo is big, but not too big. The biggest issue I have with the shoe is if you look up close and personal, you can see this material is kind of cheap. And you can see how this thing just, you can see a lot of those things just going on all over this thing, and I dislike it. I actually don't like this. This thing is probably one of the biggest deal breakers of the shoes. The laces are very good and nice all throughout the material. They have places where they just stealthily put the Nike logo like all over the place. Nike. Just like, you can't really tell the difference, but it's like everywhere around the shoe. But it's more stealth than in most models. This is a very decent shoe, by the way. This is the Nike Free shoe, and I do like it. With its shortcomings of the upper material, except for that, this shoe is pretty decent. I don't actually think this shoe will pass the test of time, because the upper material, I think, is prone to ripping, just because of the cheapness, how it's made. Now let's go ahead and do the on-feet test and see if this shoe passes or fails with the ultimate on-feet test. So what do I like about those shoes? Well, pretty much almost everything. I'm surprised that Nike made such a great looking and durable shoes. Of course, you have to understand that there is a bunch of different versions of those shoes. The ones that I picked for myself has this kind of very interesting looking material to them. I think it is one of the most stylish and the best looking one that they have. In fact, I love this right here. It looks like a plus right on this, like a red cross thing. It looks very classic, like a Swiss Army knife. Another thing I do like about those is Nike didn't go over the top with the logo placement. In fact, it made it minimalistic style in it as much as possible. Right here. That's it. And it says Nike right there, if you can really see it. This is great because usually Nike is full of putting the logo all over the shoe. In here they made sure that the shoe comes first, the Nike logo is second. The free version of those shoes, the trail version, is great because it has the vents. This specific version, that is, has a bunch of vents going all around. The material is very soft to the touch and feels like it's skin-like material, which is pretty good. It's like a sock, actually. It's like a sock for your feet. You might not even need socks for those shoes. A few downloads about this shoe specifically is right here. This is all in one. You can't actually move the tongue in or out or adjust it in any way because it's part of the actual shoe. You can see it goes all the way throughout here instead of this being a separate membrane, making this pretty hard for you to adjust. It's actually probably the only downside of this specific shoe. The bottom is full of very good traction-like material. The feel of them is heaven-like. You step on it. You don't feel like you're stepping on anything. You feel like you're walking on the ground. In fact, if you want to do the Michael Jackson walk with them, you should be able to do it with ease. The shoe itself, very soft, comfortable, and it vents everything out. Just the way I like it. You don't need to double lace it. The whole thing here is just perfect. The laces is just the way it's supposed to be, and the material is pretty good as well. I really like the whole throughout construction, going through the entire actual shoe. This is a very well made shoe, and throughout they actually made sure to make it as awesome as it possibly can be for its dual purpose, which is for walking and trails running. Let's go ahead and do a few tests with this. The first test, the flexibility is just amazing with those shoes. The next test, of course, is the jumping test. Ready? This is very good. I have had a few shoes that failed this test, and this one is definitely an exception. When I landed, I didn't feel anything. No shocks, nothing. In fact, this is just amazing. The traction, and when you land, it feels really good. The shoe itself is one of the most comfortable Nike shoes I ever tried on. And I have tried many. Many of them are not comfortable. One of the things I actually dislike about this shoe is it's a little bit hard to put this on. The size is true to size, but when you stick this on, it's a little tight. But when you put this on, it feels exactly right on your feet. So just keep this in mind. It's just a bit tight to put them on. Just to stick it in. It is true to its size. Overall, I give this 9.5 out of 10. Why is it not 10 star? I don't think any shoe should actually deserve 10 star unless it is an exceptional shoe. Plus, I have not had this for a long time. If I did, I would know about the durability of those shoes. And since this is a trail running shoe, I don't expect it to be too durable, just because of the material it's made out of. I do recommend this for the price, and I think it's one of the best Nike shoes you can own for the purpose of trail running and minimalist look. The walking test. There's a dog outside too. Stepping on different kind of surfaces is one of the key ways for you to figure out how well a shoe actually performs. Walking on concrete is one of the best ways to figure out how well the shoe actually feels. Walking on the grass. So do you feel like when I step on anything, do I feel the actual surface? Yes. Is the shoe waterproof? It's not. And you can see right here it gets all wet over here because the grass is kind of wet. The shoe itself feels very good as you're walking through different surfaces. You can feel everything you kind of step on. You can feel the whole entire thing that I'm stepping on right now. This is a very good shoe. I do enjoy it. I think the walking test, it does pass. When it comes to running, it's a whole other matter. The opinion comes with people who like to run. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm glad that you made all the way to the end of this video. Now the question is, does this shoe actually pass? Is this something you should get for yourself? The answer is yes. I would say this is a 9.5 out of 10. Yes, there is a few shortcomings of the shoe, which I already highlighted. But the biggest thing about this, if you're a runner, if you're an active person, you probably don't care about all those small things about the shoe. What you care about is performance. You care about durability. You care about this shoe is the best running shoe that they ever made. Pretty much all those factors combined make it, yes, one of the better running shoes that they make with Nike. Unfortunately, the biggest problem with Nike is the actual price. If you can get this on sale, this is the deal of a lifetime. If you're getting it for $100+ bucks, not really the best deal. There's always going to be a cheaper shoe out there. But the style, the look, the uniqueness of this shoe, the way that you're going to be actually showing it to other people, I actually like it in so many different ways. I really think that there's almost very hard to find a very great shoe that Nike actually makes that gets almost everything right. And this is it. Well, hopefully the next time they will make some better material for it, for the tops, but otherwise, almost everything is really good about this shoe. If you didn't enjoy this video review, you think this is real, this is legit, and this is cool, yes, smash me that thumbs up on the bottom. Help support my channel. And above all, post a comment right down below. Are you gonna get those shoes? Do you think this shoe is what it's made out of? Have you tried this on? If not, well, let me know anyways. And see you in the next episode of the Geek Tech Show, where you never know what is the next thing we're going to be reviewing on this channel. Yeah.